Not hearing anything. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Lady Allen. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our graduation ceremony, I would like to remind you of a few important matters. Could you kindly turn off all cellular telephones now? Please remember that the university provides an official photographer who will take photographs while the graduates are receiving their certificates. No unauthorized persons will be allowed to access the presentation area. The university shares in your pride at this graduation, but we appeal for restraint when the names are called so that all graduates may be able to hear their names clearly. Graduates and their guests are expected to remain for the duration of the ceremony. Please keep the aisles clear at all times. Emergency medical service is available at the front, at the undercroft, and at the rear of the tent. As you will have observed, exit signs are clearly marked. You are asked to note the location of the nearest exit. In case of any emergency, the ushers will guide you to the nearest assembly point. At the end of this graduation ceremony, we ask families and friends to remain seated for the graduates' procession until the graduates' procession has exited the tent. We wish you a very enjoyable ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem and remain standing for the Chancellor's procession.
With thy mighty hand, Good afternoon, class of 2018, and welcome to your graduation ceremony. The Most Honorable Lady Alain, the Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Honorable Shirlene Cartwright Robinson, Deputy Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, Mr. Sean Ashworth, Vice Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles, Minister of Education, the Honorable Karen Malcolm, and delegates of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Minister of Education, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Honorable St. Clair Prince. Former Premier of the Turks and Caicos, Dr. Rufus Ewing and Dr. Dawn Perry Ewing. Honorary graduates, Monty Alexander, Mr. Monty Alexander, Mr. H. Carl McCall, and Miss Grace Jones. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Justice Carol Beswick, Major General Rocky Meade, officers and members of the university, community, members of the UWI Global Partners from SUNY, alumni of the University of the West Indies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate Professor Weber on having been inducted as the 7th principal of the Mona campus on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the University of the West Indies. Today ought to be a happy day, one in which you enjoy yourselves with your family and friends and bask in your well-deserved glory. Today is a happy day for Jamaica and the wider Caribbean, as another generation of Mona graduates return to their communities, educated and energized, eager to carry on the job of building their countries and this region. It is a particular happy day for the people of the Turks and Caicos, who are graduating 9 graduates from the Faculty of Medicine today, the first graduates since the Turks and Caicos have become contributing members to the University of the West Indies. I know from personal experience that as a parent, it is one of the happiest days of your life. We labor on the false assumption that once our children graduate, they will start taking care of us. We wish, huh? I want to touch briefly on 3 issues, if I may. The first is how lucky you are to be graduating at this time. The other, the need to become environmental warriors. And the third, the importance of recognizing opportunity when it presents itself. You are graduating at a time of much hope and excitement. The economy of Jamaica, after what has been nearly 50 years of difficulty, has over the last several years been stabilized and is now showing signs of recovery. The employment opportunities are improving. Hallelujah. This is also true of several of the economies of the Caribbean. At the same time, technology is rapidly changing our world. What is impossible today will be easy tomorrow. You are fortunate to be entering a wonderful period of your life at a time when the world provides so much opportunity. We at the University of the West Indies are celebrating our 70th anniversary. Having started in 1948 with 33 medical students, a set of donated medical textbooks, and some barrack buildings on this site at Mona, we have grown to nearly 50,000 undergraduate and graduate students. Today, your university is recognized amongst the best in the world. This should give you the confidence that the education which you have received is as good as any, and that you are properly prepared for the tasks that lie ahead. You are capable of anything you put your minds to, and only limited by the size of your ambition, you're only limited by your ambition and the size of your dreams. This age of technology has opened doors to you that did not exist in the past. Technology is flattening the playing field. It is egalitarian in its nature. Anyone who can access it can use it. However, we need to embrace becoming global citizens. This creates an immense opportunity to reach out to fulfill our ambitions. We are no longer tied to our physical locations, but rather we are already able to live in a global space. The challenge is to adjust to a global culture, one where we seek common values among people who we can work with. At the same time, we need to be sensitive to our differences in order to maximize on our similarities. The climate change crisis is our crisis. Many of us have seen firsthand its devastating effects on our communities. Hurricanes are becoming more severe and the rainfall more intense. No amount of strengthening of our homes, building of drains and opening of watercourses can deal with the level of wind and the volume of rainfall that we are experiencing. There is no guarantee that what we are witnessing are freak events and that they won't keep happening or even become more intense. Certainly, we cannot allow this to be our future. We must take this climate challenge personally, as it will eventually affect each of us. It is easy to say that one person can make little difference, but this is not true. If we become engaged, we will collectively make an immense difference. We need, as a region, to support and encourage renewable energy projects. We need to do everything possible to reduce our emissions and our non-biodegradable waste, particularly from the generation of electricity and from transportation devices. Plastic waste is a serious threat to our environment. It clogs up every drain and eventually ends up in the sea, where it destroys our marine environment and the food source that we are so dependent on. We must preserve our environment, as it's this environment that supports our life. It also supports one of our most important industries. But more importantly, it allows us the privilege of living on these beautiful islands. We cannot declare on one hand how much we love our country, and then at the same time stand idly by while its environment is being destroyed. My experience has been that too often we define in advance what opportunities in life are going to suit us and close off our minds to other options that may present themselves. do not allow yourselves to be boxed into the field you studied for your degree. Let that be your starting point. Maintain a high degree of curiosity in everything and everyone. Opportunity often stares us in the face, and we fail to recognize it. Sometimes it is packaged differently to what we expect. Often, it seems to present itself at an inconvenient time. Beware of passing up opportunity, as there is no guarantee that it will come to you again. Grab it and hold on with all your strength. In summary, you are the luckiest of generations. Your future lit bright by the rapidly developing technology and an improving economy. You will have to solve the greatest challenge of our time, climate change. Opportunity will present itself to each of you in many forms. Keep an open mind. Do not dismiss opportunities. Go out and help build the countries of your dreams. Allow nothing to stand in your way. You have the education, the youth, and the confidence to do it. I don't need to tell Jamaicans to dream large. It is in your nature. I hope the rest of the West Indians who spend time on this campus learned that from you. Go show everyone that you are the best of generations. Thank you. We are met today in order that we may mark by a formal ceremony the entry of certain of our members into the company of graduates and the academic achievement of others. As a university, we are an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and the encouragement of learning, purposes that are laid down in the preamble of the Royal Charter by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to time to a higher standing in the academic community, and it is proper that as a body we should celebrate their achievement. It is marked by the granting of a degree or diploma or license or certificate. We rejoice with our graduates on their achievements.
Chancellor, I now ask the public orator, Dr. Michael Buckner, to present Mr. Montgomery Monty Bernard Alexander, whom the Senate and the Council of the University have been pleased to recommend for the award of the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
Chancellor, this honorary graduate before us is so at one with his music that he has said, quote, "When I play music, I smell it and I see colors." Oh, what intimacy to have all your senses so seamlessly aligned with the music, to have your sinews and pulses perfectly in tune, to have harmonious pleasure. Indeed, Chancellor, to watch a concert performance by this great Jamaican musician is to be enraptured in ecstasy. Yes, Chancellor, I said it, ecstasy. To watch him play is to get a lesson in how unspeakable joy overflows through his fingers to the piano keys, to see the audience tickled and teased and tantalized with heavenly sounds of pure love. It is to feel the energy of the fire of pure passion. One commentator says that his right-hand lines ring out with the power of a great vocalist. And I suspect, Chancellor, the left hand caresses us with exquisite delight. Oh, I wish we had the foresight to have him perform this evening, as his performance would be more eloquent than a poor academic's words. So, Chancellor, I present in superfluity of words the most illustrious of our jazz pianists, the man who has been dubbed one of the top 5 jazz pianists of all time, the Grammy-nominated musician, or Jamaican musical treasure, Mr. Montgomery Monty Bernard Alexander. Born on June 6, 1944, a few miles from the Mona campus in Kingston, Jamaica, Monty Alexander must have been identified as a child prodigy. By 4, he had discovered the piano and played melodies including Christmas carols by ear. At age 6, his mother enrolled him in classical musical lessons, but he did not continue the classical training for long, preferring the raw energy of the performance space rather than reading music from notes. He trusted the notes in his heart and those that issued from his intuition. He learned music from the streets and the countryside. At age 7, playing his accordion with mentor men. By 9, his father brought him to hear and play for the pianist Eddie Haywood, and in a year, he saw Nat King Cole play at Kingston's Carib Theatre, so that by the age of 14, he became interested in the jazz piano, and began playing at clubs. We are told, quote, soon thereafter, he made his first recordings, both as a leader of a group called, and listen now, Monty and the Cyclones, and as a sideman for such legendary producers as Ken Corey of Federal Records, Duke Reed, Treasure Isle, and Clement Coxon Dodd at Studio One. These earlier sessions for Federal, which Alexander describes as not calypso music, but the beginning of ska, including such subsequently famous aspirants of the day as trombonist Don Drummond, tenor saxophonist Roland Alfonso, and guitarist Ernest Ranglin. This cumulative informal training and exposure, coupled with his own creative instinct, became the source of Monty's greatness. After Monty and his family moved to Miami in 1961, there began another part of his musical journey. As an 18-year-old, he met Frank Sinatra in Miami, and through that connection, he got a gig to play in New York. Then through 4 prominent men, Sinatra, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, and Eddie Fisher, who wrote letters of sponsorship to the US authorities, he was allowed to remain in America. That support then extended to an expanding set of contacts in the musical industry and more opportunities to perform, which included working in a piano bar owned by Frank Sinatra's close friend, Jill Rizzo, then at Minto's, an iconic Harlem lounge, and the Playboy Club, where he met and became friends with Quincy Jones. Soon his recording history began, and touring engagements all over the world were being made available to him, even as he continued to play in various groups that he formed. One group he formed that included John Clayton on bass and Jeff Hamilton on drums created quite a frenzy on the jazz scene in Europe. He formed a reggae band in the 1990s featuring jazz musicians. He released several reggae albums including Yard Movement 1996, Stir It Up 1999, a collection of Bob Marley songs, Monty Meets Sly and Robbie 2000, and Going Yard 2001. He collaborated again with Wrangling in 2004 and the album Rocksteady. Although he has made over 75 albums with his own groups, his greatest pleasure is playing in front of a live audience. Chancellor, 600 words cannot do for a man of his stature. I plead for more words to serenade the great man. Let us sound the trumpet of his achievements on this occasion. Both his Uplift and Harlem Kingston Express live albums reached #1 on the US radio charts 3 times, thus dominating the jazz and world music charts. The latter album, Harlem Kingston, was nominated for a Grammy Award in 2012 and a Soul Train Award in 2015. He is a recipient of the Institute of Jamaica's Gold Musgrave Medal and the Order of Distinction Commander Class from the Jamaican government. He has also received the Caribbean American Heritage Luminary Award from the Institute of Caribbean Studies in Washington and the prestigious German Jazz Trophy, A Life for Jazz. He has been a life in jazz and for jazz. In 2019, Chancellor, the 10th staging of the Monty Alexander Jazz Festival will take place in Eastern Maryland. May that festival live on. May the sacred fire of his genius continue to inspire. And may the love of joy of his music infect the world. Chancellor, by the power vested in you by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies, confer on Mr. Montgomery Monty Bernard Alexander the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate and Council of the University of the West Indies, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa of the University of the West Indies. Congratulations, Dr. Montgomery.
Thank you very, very much.
This is yours.
Chancellor, I now ask the public orator to present Mr. Herman Carl McCall, whom the Senate and the Council of the University have been pleased to recommend for the award of the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Chancellor, let us admit up front, from the very start, that our honorary graduate before us now is a friend of the University of the West Indies. With his help, UWI was able to establish the UWI SUNY Center for Leadership and Sustainable Development that has helped us in our globalization goals. But Chancellor, that friendship does not form the substance of our approbation of him today. His triumph over debilitating familial and social circumstances, his contribution to governance, his business acumen, his work in civil society in particular, the advancement of minorities and the immigrant population in the United States, including our Caribbean peoples, all give us pause for reflection. Chancellor, I present former New York Senator, former Ambassador to the UN, Corporate Director of the New York Stock Exchange, an advocate of the people, a mover and a shaker, a man who broke the race ceiling in education, Mr. Herman Carl McCall. Mr. McCall was born in the Roxbury section of Boston, USA, the oldest of 6 children. His father, Herman McCall was a waiter who had moved to Boston from Georgia, but left his family when Carl was only 11. His mother, Carolicia Ray, was hardworking and did all she could to support the family. To make ends meet, they had to rely heavily on government assistance and accept the humble kindness of relatives. During his young life, he was very active in the church and worked odd jobs around Boston. After completing Roxbury Memorial High School, he attended Dartmouth College on scholarships and completed his bachelor's degree in government in 1958. Later, he attended Andover Newton Theological Seminary, where he received the Masters of Divinity in 1963. And while at Andover, he completed a year of study at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. He enjoyed the rigorous, enriching life at these educational institutions, developing lifelong friendships. Yet, Chancellor, living in America as a black man in those times was a time of challenge for our honorary graduate. He had to rise above bigotry and racism from his childhood, from living in a segregated city and being educated in an integrated school system to becoming one of 8 black people admitted to Dartmouth in 1954 is a phenomenal achievement. It must have taken tenacity, a resistance to being discredited and discounted, an extraordinary work ethic, and a belief in self to have succeeded where everything is stacked against you. To understand his huge accomplishment, we must note his context of struggle, but also his strong religious faith. According to him, quote, "My faith in God has consistently guided my personal and professional choices," unquote. In addition, Chancellor, Mr. McCall used the power of knowledge and education to make a path for himself, his family, and his community. As he says, quote, "I have always kept my journey in mind and fought hard to offer support for generations of black professionals that have followed in my footsteps." Given his scholarly interest in government and his political interest in governance, it is not surprising that he entered public service, holding 3 terms as a New York State Senator, serving as an ambassador to the United Nations, and working as Commissioner of the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, among other important posts. Then from 1991 to 93, McCall was president of the New York City Board of Education, setting policy for the largest school system in the US. One of his main policy interests was the advancement of minority and immigrant populations. And after that stint, from 1993 to 2002, he was Comptroller of the State of New York and the Chief Fiscal Officer of the state. In this capacity, he was responsible for governmental and financial oversight and pension fund management. And as he records it, quote, "As sole trustee of the 880,000 member state and local retirement systems, he oversaw the investment of a pension fund valued at $120 billion. Consequently, one of the greatest highlights of his career is that he earned the distinction of being the first African American elected to statewide office in New York's history." Now you can clap. Since 2011, he was appointed chairman of the SUNY the State University of New York's Board of Trustees, and SUNY is the largest comprehensive university system in the United States, educating more than 467,000 students in more than 7,500 degree and certificate programs on 64 campuses. Over this illustrious career, he has also served in the private sector as vice president for Citibank and as a corporate director of the New York Stock Exchange, TICO International, New Plan Realty Corporation, Ariel Investment, and currently Athene Holden. Chancellor, in the words of our honorary graduate, the history of perseverance, inspiration, hope, love, and triumphs has served as a light upon the path of my life, unquote. That light is one that we in the Caribbean know very well. It is the same light rising in the West. There is a light that is rising from out of the West, and proud bearers of the light are we. So we follow those whose work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. Chancellor, let us bring this meteor into our own orbit of light. And by the power vested in you by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies, confer on Mr. Herman Carl McCall the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate and Council of the University of the West Indies, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa of the University of the West Indies. Congratulations, Dr. McCall.
Chancellor, I now ask the public orator to present Ms. Grace Jones, whom the Senate and the Council of the University have been pleased to recommend for the award of the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
Chancellor, for today's graduation, I hope your Saga Boy quotient turn up. Trinidadian's Saga Boy is Jamaica's Cha-Cha Boy. And as Ding Dong's new hit song says, on a day like this, is beer cha-cha-ness we are going with. As is customary at our graduation ceremonies, we parade our Sunday best, or glad rags, or fancy dress on the graduation stage. But more importantly today, it is even more imperative that our fashion sense is on point, because we are in the presence of fashion royalty in our honorary graduate. Incidentally, Chancellor, I gather the university is considering removing Queen Elizabeth II as a visitor of this university. I wonder if another queen might do. Chancellor, I present fashion icon, woman of distinctive beauty, supermodel, daredevil creative genius, author, actress, songwriter, singer, record producer, globe trendsetter, the artist with a multimodal oeuvre, a genuine force of nature, the Honorable Grace Jones. As the third of 7 children, Grace Jones was born in Spanish Town, Jamaica. Her parents, Marjorie and Robert Jones, were working in the United States, and consequently, for part of her childhood, she was raised by her grandparents, who imposed a strict religious upbringing. In a 1990s interview, she told Ruby Wax about her childhood. Quote, "I wasn't allowed to do anything. I wasn't allowed to watch TV. I wasn't allowed to wear fingernail polish. I wasn't allowed to play in the games or even listen to the radio." Those of us familiar with such strict Caribbean traditions know that we just can't wait to break out. It might have been more pressuring for one with creative energies pulsing through one's veins, such as Grace Jones. At age 13, Jones left Jamaica with her siblings to join her parents in Syracuse, New York. It is in New York, Chancellor, that Madame Jones started her spectacular career in modeling. She initially signed with one modeling agency in New York, but soon after went to Paris. Where her, you see? Unnerving me. But soon after went to Paris, where her modeling career took flight. She soared to the heights with Parisian fashion houses such as Yves Saint Laurent, Claude Montana, and Kenzo Takada, appearing in trend-setting fashion magazines such as Vogue and Elle. She soon added music recordings to her runway portfolio, when first she signed a recording contract with Island Records and started performing in New York City's club Discomania of the time. But by 1981, she released the album Night Clubbing, produced by Sly and Robbie, and considered by most her best studio album, which included the hit single, Pull Up to the Bumper. Music scholars consider this album a major influence on popular music, both in sound and in the artistic persona of the performer. The album, which entered the top 10 in 5 countries, was Jones's highest-ranking record on the US Billboard mainstream albums and the R&B charts, and it was listed by Slant magazine at number 40 and cited on its list of best albums of the 1980s. Night Clubbing also claimed the number 1 slot on the NME's Album of the Year list. In her music career, she released 10 studio albums and 53 singles. The consummate creative, Madame Jones has had a film career as well. And what electrifying performances she has had. Beginning with Conan the Destroyer 1984, she appeared with Arnold Schwarzenegger and with Roger Moore and Christopher Walken in the 1985 James Bond film A View to a Kill. And we will all recall her role in the 1992 film Boomerang, starring Eddie Murphy. Over her career, Chancellor, she has acted in over 20 films. She's also the subject of a BBC documentary on her life entitled The Musical of My Life, released recently. And in 2015, she published her memoir, intriguingly titled, I Will Never Write My Memoir. With her fresh, fierce, always trending forward, out of this world creative style for over 50 years, Grace Jones has forced the world to take notice and to emulate. One admirer says, I love the mixture of threat and beauty. She's a warrior woman when it comes to the control of her artistic enterprise and in ensuring artists are properly compensated. In one interview, she says with a laugh, the warrior in me always insisted I got paid and got everybody else's paid. Them don't ramp with grace. Her seismic explosion onto the creative stage of fashion, music, film, and visual art cannot be ignored. Her acknowledgements and awards include nomination for the Saturn Awards for the Best Supporting Actress, ranking at 82nd on the VH1's 100 Greatest Women of Rock and Roll, and as the 40th most successful dance artist of all time by Billboard magazine, winning a Q Idol Award, nomination for the MTV Video Music Award for Slave to the Rhythm, and of course, the award of the Order of Jamaica from the Jamaican government. Chancellor, you were not here, but you should have seen her on that occasion. She was in her inimitable style, with broad-brimmed floral hat, a bright, artfully cut dress, and with her beautiful, all-embracing smile, she made the walk to the dais a runway. King's House will never be the same again. To have her here as an honored guest of the UWI is a profound privilege. She says, creativity makes me want to keep going. let us lend another voice of encouragement for her extraordinary contribution to the creative industries and for her bold creative exceptionalism. I ask you now, Chancellor, by the power vested in you by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies, confer on the Honorable Grace Jones the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate and Council of this university, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters of the University, honoris causa of the University of the West Indies. Congratulations, Dr. Jones.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. I now invite Dr. H. Carl McCall to address the company.
Chancellor Bermudez, good afternoon, distinguished leaders, faculty, staff, students, families, officials, and guests. I am honored to be here to offer greetings and congratulations to the graduates of the University of the West Indies. You did it, and we are very proud of you. This is truly a monumental event. I just have one request. I would like to take the public orator home with me. For a while, I wasn't sure who he was talking about. Thank you very much. Yes, it's great to have so many people gathered here to celebrate such a joyous occasion. I would like to begin by acknowledging the stewards of the University of the West Indies, those people who work tirelessly to move the academic mission of this great institution forward. I would like to recognize Vice Chancellor Hilary Beckles, who has been a friend, a guiding light to the University of the West Indies, a champion of justice and equality for the people of the Caribbean. Vice Chancellor Beckles, thank you for your tremendous leadership. I would like to acknowledge the principal of this mighty university, Professor Dale Weber. Dr. Weber is an inspirational leader, and I would like to congratulate him for the tremendous esteem that he has garnered for this campus. I am eternally grateful to all of you for your hospitality and the joy of sharing this day with you. Today, I'm doubly honored. Not only do I have the privilege of addressing you on one of the most jubilant days of your lives, I also get the chance to stand with you as a fellow graduate. I cannot begin to express what it means to me to be granted this honorary doctorate from the University of the West Indies. It is a prize beyond imagining. I've always respected the University of the West Indies as one of the world's most captivating institutions of higher learning. To have UWI think of me as worthy of this degree lets me know that my life's work of expanding opportunity and equity has not been in vain. It also encourages me to continue my work as long as God gives me the strength. From the very bottom of my heart, thank you for this most auspicious credential. I also want to congratulate my fellow honorary graduates on their incredible contributions to the world. I am exceptionally humbled to be here with the incomparable Grace Jones and the extraordinary Monty Alexander. I'm humbled to be mentioned alongside such extraordinary company. I wish you Godspeed as you continue to improve our world through your respective acts of daily heroism and brilliance. You see, unity is indeed our strength. I believe that there is truly nothing that we cannot accomplish collectively. Partnership and mindful collaboration are the keys to our society's future. Tremendous opportunities are available when we choose to work together. Indeed, one of the greatest highlights of my career as the chairman of the State University of New York has been SUNY's partnership with the University of the West Indies. Education at its heart is about bringing people together. The history of our people all across the diaspora has been one of bringing different groups together to support one another. Our spirit of collaboration is indeed now more than ever needed to secure the infrastructure, the sustainable development, the healthcare, and well-being that all of our communities desperately need. We are so glad to stand together in a partnership to promote this cause. Graduates, my brothers and sisters, you have chosen a truly noble field. Healthcare, medicine, and health sciences are literally transforming lives on a massive scale all over the planet. You are joining an elite group of individuals who have committed themselves to the health and welfare of the Earth's citizens. Today is about so much more than the degree that you will be conferred upon you as you walk across this stage. Today is about the culmination of years of hard work that you have performed to improve the healthcare field. You have conducted years of important work in a variety of specialties. Thousands of patients throughout the Caribbean have already come to depend on the services that you will provide. Whether you will do research to help us better understand the issues and concerns that exist, or if you are on the front lines of patient care, I have no doubt that the world's health will change exceedingly because of your watchful eyes and talent. As you all know, the recent political changes across the planet have filled the future of healthcare with uncertainty. The landscape of healthcare across our nations has the potential to change in many controversial and frightening ways. Yes, there is a significant risk that new widespread medical crises will arise as the world's governments prioritize self-interest above aggregate social welfare. For you, this could mean having to find new ways to serve larger populations with fewer resources. Navigating this uneasy social-political context while providing the most excellent care possible is the delicate balance you will have to strike. Luckily, I know that you are up to the task because of the superb education and training that you have received here at the University of the West Indies. For the last several years, you have been surrounded by world-renowned faculty, cutting-edge facilities, and a top-notch student body. You are continuing. You are entering the healthcare workforce with a cachet of tools that will undoubtedly lead to your success. This is your moment. The future belongs to you. We believe you will be the leaders of the future. And we are so glad that you are here today to take this step forward, to become graduates of this great university, to join those who went before you to provide opportunities that you will seize. Seize this moment, seize this opportunity, go out and do great things. The world belongs to you. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
The university singers will now perform.
nose. Ooh, Lord, help me sustain these blows. I cry, it's not an easy road. And many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better rose. We say, who feels it knows. Ooh, Lord, help me sustain these blows. From the minute of birth you enter this world, so now your way to overcome worse. The road every day it seems to get worse. Oh my God, cast away this curse.
Everybody a try to make every end meet. Wait at the end, they bump, Lord, you see. No matter what the world may say out the street, because of his survive, won't accept defeat.
Now I'm weary, tired and dreary. Got no time to waste, you better know now. It's not an easy road. And many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better road. We say, who feels it knows. Ooh, Lord, help me sustain these blows. I cry, it's not an easy road. And many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better road. We say, who feels it knows. Ooh, Lord, help me sustain these blows.
I've been traveling all morning with such a heavy load. Now it's noon and I cannot afford. Me put down my burden alongside the road.
Oh, I've got to hold it.
I got to humble myself like a child. Up on my face, I got to put on a smile. Make up my mind just to walk more miles.
Oh God, I got to, because I know it's not an easy road. I many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better road. We say, who feels it knows. Ooh, Lord, help me sustain these blows. I cry, it's not an easy road. It's not an easy road. Who feels it knows. It's not an easy road. It's not an easy road.
Chancellor, the persons whose names will be called studied in the University of the West Indies and having fulfilled the requirements of the university, beg leave to be presented to you and to the Senate of the university by the representative of their faculty as Bachelors of Science or Bachelors of Medicine and Bachelors of Surgery or Bachelors of Medical Sciences or Basic Medical Sciences or Nursing or Physical Therapy or Diagnostic Imaging or Doctors of Dental Surgery or Doctors of Veterinary Medicine of the University of the West Indies. Sir, the Dean of the Faculty of Medical Sciences, Dr. Tomlin Paul.
Sir, my colleagues and I ask you to receive as graduate members of our society these persons present who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been admitted to the degree of Bachelors of Science or Bachelors of Medicine and Bachelors of Surgery or Bachelors of Medical Sciences or Basic Medical Sciences or Nursing or Physical Therapy or Diagnostic Imaging or Doctors of Dental Surgery or Doctors of Veterinary Medicine of this university.
By the authority vested in me, I receive these persons whose names are about to be called and those who are not present as graduate members of our society.
Sir, for the degree of Bachelor of Basic Medical Sciences, I present Hozaila Bailey. Ashley Barnett. Daniel Black. Daniel Brown. Tiana Bryan. Roderick Duffus. Tanisha Ellis. Kenitha Ferguson. Shamonia Francis. Alexia Gordon. Shakis Gordon. With first class honors, Raheem Lane Yardi. Jordan Gordon. Rashada Lee. With first class honors, Kyle Glegg. Mercedes Adams. Kaneen Mattis. Shakila McNabb. With first class honors, Samora Mitchell. Michael Moore. With first class honors, Shavana Muir. With first class honors, Shannon Rollins. Alina Roberts. Chantel Samuels. Ricardo Verley. Aishiba Warren. With first class honors, Tashiana Willoughby. Kemar Winter. Sir, for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, I present Sabira Abu Bakr. Dejana Adams. With honors, Ariel Aitken. Peter Gay Aitchison. Ashley Alexander. With honors, Abigail Allen. Kadeen Allen. Mark Andre Allen. Anik Anderson Levine. Alvin Archer. Jaren Austin. Anya Byfield. Ashiani Baptist. With honors, Leslie Ann Batik. Giovanni Bellio. Theresa Bent. Irenia Berra Rodriguez. Courtney Berry. Adrian Birch. Daniel Black. Chantella Black. Bijan Blackwood. Amanda Bowen. Levy Bradshaw. Candice Bright. Kimberly Brooks. Annalise Brown. With honors, Chelsea Brown. With honors, Don Claire Brown. Janelle Brown. Carl Brown. Stacey-Ann Brown. Yolande Brown. Yendi Buckeridge. Caricia Byfield. Christina Campbell. King Isa Carr. O'Shane Carter. Delano Carty. Paula Channel. E.J. Charles. Courtney Chase. Brittany Clacken. Chantel Clark. Natasha Clark. Tennille Clayton. Shanil Kondapa. With honors, Delona Coombs. Lorenzo Crumby. Gabrielle Cumberbatch. Travian Cumberland. Shanae Cummings. Deundra Cyril. Dwight Daly. Rebecca Daly. Amanda Davis. Kadeen Dietrich. With honors, Brittany Dixon. Danielle Dixon. Chloe Dewey. Tonian Dunn. Victoria Edwards. Andrew Ellis. April Fairclough. With honors, Khalid Falloon. With honors, Jodianne Fletcher. John Fawkes. Ashari France. Christophe Frank. Sydney Fullerton. Joel Gardner. Tabia Garvey. Nikanda Gordon. Patrice Grandison. Zoan Grandison. Alana Grant. Candice Grant. Deanna Grant. Lorian Grant Murdoch. Taylor Green. Petra Greenidge. Ayana Harewood. Javon Harrison. With honors, Kimberly Harrow. Danique Hayden. Crystal Heyman. Nicole Heyman. Tishana Hazel. Tony Ann Henry. With honors, Danielle Henry. Gabriel Henry. Kamisha Hibbert. Philgat Hill. Hillary Hines. Mishka Hukim. Jodianne Hughes. Omar Jackson. Sherianne Jackson. Peter Gay James. Ramon James. Jakira Jean Joseph. Jade Jeffrey. Denian John. Jodianne Jolly. Danelia Jones. Javier Jones. Anne Joseph. Chantal Kamaka. Ashley Ray Kelly. Candice Carr. Letitia Carr. Mark Khan. Kelly Lawson. Kevin Leong. Ophia Lewin. Daniel Lewis. Arlene Liburd. Davine Lynch. Vernon Lyons. Uchapil Malepa. Shamir Manya. Ramona Mirage Campbell. With honors, Jean-Paul Martin. Rachel Matthew. Aaliyah McAllister. Javon McIntosh. Narik McIntosh. Wilbert McIntosh. Anna McKinley. Andrian McKenzie. Jordan McKenzie. Tamara McKenzie. Kasheen McLeod. Kristen McLaren. Anthony McPherson. Kevon Dawson. Nicole Mignot. David Miller. Tanisha Lindsay. Vanessa Minot. Nashon Michel. With honors, Tarif Montague. Narissa Morion. Renee Mullings. Shanice Mullings. Shane Murray. Dexon Nelson. Cornelius Neptune. Chanel Newell. Shaquille Notice. Chris Parchment. Kerry-Ann Patterson. Ramoyne Peart. Brad Parks Melville. Sashania Price. Abigail Qualo. Avinash Ramkisoon. Tonita Rankin. With honors, Alon Reed. Crystal Reed. With honors, Marshawn Reed. Raquel Reed. With honors, Shanta Richardson. O'Shane Richards. Silene Richards. With honors, Kevin Robinson. Royale Robinson. Shannon Robinson. Christopher Romain. Jessica Roy. Alex Russell. Raven Saunders. Samantha Scarlett. With honors, Alexia Scott. Harville Scott. Antoinette Seeley. Marshall Lee Shand. Lauren Shaw. Danielle Foster. Natoya Shaw. Lige Solil Shepi. Annalise Smith. Letitia Stevenson. Lenworth Sterling. Jovan Stern. Alison Stevens. Clement Stevens. Alex Stewart. Brittany Stewart. Marson Taylor. Sir, presenting our newly married couple, Jody Fung and Joseph Thomas. Gary Thompson. Robin Thompson. Shantae Thompson. Unique Thompson. Jordan Trenchfield. Esther Trotman. Tanya K. Trowers. Isabel Tsang. Alicia Vermont. Shakira Wade. Chadis Walker. Charlene Walker. Jessica Weathers. Narissa Wharton Lake. Raquel White. Darren Williams. Jodianne Williams. Jordan Williams. Nikki Jonelle Wilson. Danielle Wisdom. With distinction, Joshua Wright. Wayne Wright. Javon Winter. Kimani Winter. Monique Yori. Shanika Bennett. Sir, for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, I present with honors Rochelle Ann Barras. Philip Beck. Dimitri Chuck. Brenya Jean-Paul. Catherine Carr. Shamaria Moore. Elizabeth Russell. Warren Straker. Shanash Treasure. Nicola Trim. Tiffany Zieri. Sir, for the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine from the St. Augustine campus, I present with distinction Tracy Ann Buchanan. With honors, Roxanne Hales. Sir, for the degree of Bachelor of Science Diagnostic Imaging, I present with first-class honors Zane Brissett. Richard Cole. Christine Davis. With first-class honors, Kadeen Edwards. Zahani Ellington. Andrisha Gardner. With first-class honors, Sanya Gooden. Anya Hall. With first-class honors, Latavia Ingham. With first-class honors, Davia Irving. Javan Jackson. With first-class honors, Rochelle James. Alison Punal. Andrew Robinson. With first-class honors, Kiyosan Stewart. Rashada White. With first-class honors, Nazario Williams. With first-class honors, Fusha Wilson. Ashley Wint. So, for the degree of Bachelor of Science Nursing, I present with first-class honors, Melanie Allison. Shamari Black. Stacey and Allen Brown. Shaniki Bailey. Nichelle Barnett. Rachel Bailey Williams. Tracy Ann Bent. Sanake Blair. Shashika Blair. With first class honors, Christine Blake. Elizabeth Blake. Oisin Borland. Renee Bowerbank. Shamona Bowers. Felicia Brady. Janelle Brady. Jordan Briscoe. Ingrid Brooks. Kamisha Brooks. Anake Brown. Sion Brown. Shanae Brown. Shanice Brown. Shanae Brown. Natalie Bryan. Karshika Bull. With first class honors, Khalil Burnett. Samantha Burnett. Natoya Biles. Latoya Campbell. With first class honors, Tadisha Paradise. Shanice Clark. Anake Clayton. Carlene Davidson. Brittany Campbell. Cavell Campbell. Evangeline Christian. Rolanique Campbell. Akeda Chambers. Peter Gay Chang. Radisha Chisholm. Odette Codner. Brittany Cole. Nikita Darby. Alexia Denny. Tashake Downer. Lishana Drummond. Kadeen Dunn. Tamoya Dunn. Whitney Edwards. Alicia Elliott. Stephanie Duggan. Joan Facey. Kimberly Fagan. Sharika Eccleston. Letitia Fletcher. Christina Folks. Lasadia Forbes. Samantha Forbes. Monique Foreman. Latoya Forskin. Shanola Forrest. Jonianne Francis. Shanae Francis. Melorine Fraser. Dina K. Gabe. Jodian Gallimore. Chantel Gardner. Shanika Gale. Natalia Gooden. Anne-Marie Gordon. Jessica Gordon Goldburn. Nicolette Gordon. Shanique Graham. Thai Gray. Casey Gross. Diona Hackett. Cherise Hamilton. Jalissa Harris. Renee Harris. Shanoy Harris. Jodianne Horton. Andreen Hendricks. Chantel Henry. Melissa Henry. Susan Henry. Shannon Hibbert. Samaj Howell. Chanel Hodson. Anne-Marie Ishonali. Pauline Iron Simpson. Natasha Jack. Kashim James. Alice Johnson. Walaya Johnson Francis. Sachana Johnson. Chanel Johnson. Tamara Johnson. Tanisha Johnson. Nadia Kinlock. Paula Lang. Nicolette Laird. Kanisha Lambert. Ramona Laue. Kerona Lati. Janelle Leon. Tashawn Levy. Angela Lewis Bowen. Camelia Lewis. Shireen Lilly. Nicole Lord. Stacyan Malabre. Naudeth Martin. Oshani Martin. Desiree McDermott. Doreen McKinley. Jodian McKenzie. Crystal McKenzie. With first class honors, Raquela McKenzie. Shakara McLean. Chantel McLean. Tiffany McLean. Shadeen Meeks. Sharalee Michael. Samoy Millen. With first class honors, Decodia Miller. With first class honors, Onika Morrison. Nisha Merchant Ascot. Shuzahana Mitchell Derby. Santoya Mitchell. Kenyatta Morgan. Martina Morgan. Ecolia Morris. Jody Gay Morris. Shanna K. Morrison. Alicia Murray. Cassia Myers. Dion Newman. Venicia Osborne. Chantel Page. Brante Nemhard. With first class honors, Rochelle Miller. Kimon Peart. Rashoy Perry. Trina K. Peterkin. Crystal Pitter. Kimberly Powell. Rohamia Redway. Kayla Marie Reed. Kanisha Reed. Melissa Reed. Monique Reed. O'Brien Reed. Candice Rennie. Donna Reynolds Thompson. Jervine Richards. Tony-Ann Richards. Patricia Ricketts. With first class honors, Sonia Rubb. Charma Sonia Robinson. Rolane Rodriguez. Monique Romans. Trevon Sanderson. Janelle Scott. Tony-Ann Scott. Kadeen Seymour. Akeelia Shirley. Ophelia Simpson. Adriana Smith. Shannon Smith. Sanya Smith. Tajera Smith. Zoanne Smith. Shanisha Sterling. Shari Taylor. Dominique Ten. Christina Thomas. Shanik Thomas. Stephanie Thomas. Sandra Thompson. Kristen Tomlinson. Mishani Vincent. Nicole Walker. Suzanne Wallace. Beth Ashley Warburton. Vanessa Watkins. Yannick Watson. Shanice Watts. Kimberly White. Tamaya Whitaker. Nico Wildman. Adria Williams. Andrea Williams. Jodianne Williams. Nadisha Williams. Roxanne Williams. Samoy Williams. Sarika Williams. Sedoni Williams. With first class honors, Carice Williston. Shanice Woodhouse. Sakale Woodstock. Sir, for the degree of Bachelor of Science Physical Therapy, I present Tajay Bailey. Quancy Bernard. Kathy-Ann Brown. Akeisha Lee Byfield. Deidre Dallas. Brianna Dieterville. Okay. Jean-Liette Doherty. Krista Fortello. Jean-Marie Garcia. Jardine Gilling. Jordan Gordon. Tajay Grant. Javine Johnson. Delane King. Christina Lindo. Zoe Maxwell. Justin Mesquita. With first class honors, Kareem Miller. Janelle Scarlett. Ashley Stevens. Latoya Stewart. Sasha Gay Stewart. Monique Tab. Shade Thaxter. Renee Vernon. Kimberly Wilson.
I now call on the class valedictorian, Mr. Joshua White. Right. Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery with distinction, to deliver the valedictory address.
Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Principal of the Mona campus, Ministers of Government, members of the Diplomatic Corps, other distinguished members of the Platform Party, specially invited guests, professors, lecturers, honorary graduates, fellow graduates, parents and guardians, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is indeed an honor and privilege to be standing here this afternoon representing such a remarkable group of graduates. Today, we celebrate growth, we celebrate accomplishment, we celebrate transition, a transition of awesome proportions. We will no longer be observers, but have the responsibility on our shoulders to be servants to patients. We will leave here today as physiotherapists, nurses, radiographers, physicians, dentists, basic medical scientists. But most of all, we will leave as one team of trained professionals striving for growth. For each of us, today will take on a different meaning in our lives, and I hope this step will help to propel us on our paths. We may have all entered this faculty at different times, but most importantly, we will leave as one group. These few hours will be the first and last time the 2018 graduating class of the Faculty of Medical Sciences will be together as one. I want us to reflect on this moment before we take on the world. We must express our gratitude to the faculty for giving us the opportunity to follow our dreams, to the university for providing us with a tertiary education, and all other staff who played instrumental roles in our day-to-day lives. The greatest thing about our journey was the people we shared it with. These people were family, friends, study group members, and anyone who lent a hand when we felt like we were sinking. They were our anchors to keep our sanity and saw the beauty in our dreams when we started to question them. The MBBS DDS class motto is, guided by the unseen hand. We want to thank God for his unseen hand in every victory and allowing us to rise after every defeat that has led to this moment. 2018 is not only a milestone for our graduating class, but also for the University of the West Indies, and more specifically, the Faculty of Medical Sciences, which are both marking their 70th anniversary. The university started here in 1948 in Jamaica with 33 students in the Faculty of Medicine. It has now grown to over 50,000 students spread across the Caribbean. We have grown in diversity, in strength, in success. We have moved from solely serving the Caribbean to now making a global impact. The University of the West Indies is now ranked among the top 5% of universities in the world. The first liver transplant surgery in Jamaica was performed at the Bustamante Children's Hospital. This was a huge step in further cementing the promising future of healthcare in Jamaica. From the first day, we were bombarded with stories which all started with when I was a student, solidifying the fact that things have changed. Our group was one of the largest groups in the faculty. We cannot ignore the fact that there are insufficient jobs, compounded by inadequate resources and harsh working conditions. So the idea of going out into the world to join the workforce is daunting. We may all feel that the system is too big to change. But class of 2018, we are now the system. Let us remember that there is power in numbers. Together, we create one large voice that will be the decision maker of the future. As one, our aim must be to improve the provision of healthcare in the Caribbean. We need to strive together to ensure that high-quality service is provided to our own people right here. We should then aim to make the Caribbean shine brighter on the global map. We may have different titles, degrees, and come from different countries, but we are still one team, a team committed to serve our people. The health team is multifaceted. Our team strives for excellence and aims to encourage and motivate each other. Being a team can be manifested in various ways, such as on the field when the physiotherapist won the first and second Faculty of Medical Sciences Sports Day, or as reported from the dentist, surviving together for a traumatizing 2 hours after being locked out of a vehicle. We need to always see each other as an extension of one unit working for one cause. The BB MedSci motto, Cras Enim Scientia, or Science for Tomorrow, exemplifies our purpose. We need to take the responsibility of adding to the dream that was started 70 years ago. As we leave today, we need to guide, mentor, and encourage those that are just starting the journey. The concept in the health profession, see one, do one, teach one, has been driven into us for years, yet at times we fail to grasp it. It is now our task to do, and that is to do better. We need to follow the example of the nursing class and be change agents. Our actions have to sprout a change greater than ourselves. We have already begun making steps for the future. The UE School of Nursing, class of 2018, was not only instrumental in getting registered as an official club under the UE Guild, but also successfully conducted multiple outreach programs. Similarly, the radiography class crafted the Give It initiative, which provided aid for several homes and individuals. In addition, the MBBS and DDS class successfully continued tradition by raising funds for the Notre Bay Hospital by staging the best smoker in the history of the faculty. Power play. I want to pause to remember two of our classmates who were on track to graduate with us today, but unfortunately, we lost them on the journey. Niall Stewart, a member of the physiotherapy graduating class, was a diligent and passionate student who lived a very impactful life. Philippa Williams, member of the MBBS graduating class, was a loving, caring, and driven individual who exemplified grace and brought warmth to the lives of all who met her. Let us observe a moment of silence in respect of their memories. Thank you. Graduating class of 2018, I urge us all to be dramatic with this life that we've been given. By dramatic, I mean do not be afraid to lay out your soul and fight for matters which are important to you. There is no such thing as too much. We have passed the stage of participation awards. Being present is not enough. We need active players in our community and in this profession. As we launch boldly into our new careers, I want to share a quote. Every time I'm faced with a decision, I close my eyes and I see the same picture. Whenever I consider an action, I ask myself, will this action help to make this picture a reality? Do I pull it out of my mind and into the world? And I only act if the answer is yes. Peter Baelish, Game of Thrones. We need to come together as one, with the same picture and goal in our minds, and do whatever it takes to make the dream a reality. Faculty of Medical Sciences, class of 2018, go forth, create your picture, and decide our future. Thank you very much.
Sir, I now call on Professor Stephen Gay, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Graduate Studies and Research, to present to you members of our Society for the Award of Higher Degrees.
Sir, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been awarded postgraduate diplomas or have been admitted to master's degrees, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on those persons whose names are about to be called and those who are unable to attend postgraduate diplomas and master's degrees of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
From the St. Augustine campus, sir, for the postgraduate diploma in management of HIV infections, I present Janique Ricketts. Charmaine Smith. Sir, for the Master of Public Health, I present Kadeen Gordon with distinction. Liasa Graham. Lillian Johnson. Carrie Ann Sr. Shushan Stewart. So, for the Master of Public Health, Gerontology, I present Julie Ann Waldron. For the Master of Public Health, Health Education, Health Promotion, I present Sharika Gray. For the Master of Public Health, Health Management, I present Sasha K. Blackwood with distinction. Raquel Brown. With distinction, Tanisha Hickman. Donisha Reed. Kandasi Walton Livermore with distinction. For the Master of Science, Applied Pharmacology, I present Dejo Paiform with distinction. For the Master of Science, Biomedical Research, Felicia Bailey. Andrew Kondapa. Jordana Kerr. Seshane McLean. For the Master of Science, Counseling, I present Hazeline Williams. For the Master of Science, Epidemiology, I present Alfonso Blake. For the Master of Science, Forensic Science, Kalia Bernard with distinction. Tika Edwards. With distinction, Chanel Francis Leong. With distinction, Anissa Moses. For the Master of Science, Nursing, I present Kevin Allen. Christina Banton. Michael Emmanuel Frith. Catherine Forbes. Vivian Grant. Fidelis Lewal. Charlinda Mackenzie. Natisha Nesbitt Kemp. Steva Nixon. Anna Rose Rickley. Karen Roberts Mason. Anne-Marie Wade Brown. Karen Wright Foster. For the Master of Science, Sports Medicine, Rochelle Brown Calvert. Sir, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Master of Philosophy, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
Persons whose names are about to be called Masters of Philosophy of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
Sir, for the Master of Philosophy, I present Master of Philosophy in Molecular Biology, Mandesa Jackson. Sir, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Doctor of Medicine, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on those persons whose names are about to be called, and those who are unable to attend, the degree of Doctor of Medicine and recognize their advancement in our society.
Sir, for the Doctor of Medicine, Anesthesia and Intensive Care, Cora Thompson Norman. Doctor of Medicine, Emergency Medicine, Jason Eiffel. Doctor of Medicine, Hematology and Medical Oncology, Magdalene Nokocha. Doctor of Medicine, Hematology and Medical Oncology, Natalie Sharp. Doctor of Medicine, Hematology and Medical Oncology, Alicia Tucker. Doctor of Medicine, Internal Medicine, Janique Frank Edobo. Doctor of Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Kiri Ann Bridgewater. Doctor of Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Orlando Cunningham. Doctor of Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Giselle Harrison. Doctor of Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Clovette Hessing. Doctor of Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Robin Kemlani. Doctor of Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Natasha Tate. Doctor of Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Donnelly Townsend. Doctor of Medicine, Pediatrics, Stacy Ann Banton. Doctor of Medicine, Pediatrics, Natasha Gordon. Doctor of Medicine, Pediatrics, Gail Lewis Mitchell. Doctor of Medicine, Pediatrics, Tabitha Miller. Doctor of Medicine, Pediatrics, Kadeen Origio. Doctor of Medicine, Pediatrics, Tamara Tomlinson. Doctor of Medicine, Pediatrics, Tendai Williams Gentle. Doctor of Medicine, Pathology, Charles Anderson. Doctor of Medicine Pathology, Sikina Goodwin. Doctor of Medicine Psychiatry, Kayan Campbell-Williams. Doctor of Medicine Radiology, Andrea Thomas. Doctor of Medicine Orthopedic Surgery, Charlene Chin Si. Doctor of Medicine Urology, Philip Bora Singh. So, for the Clinical Fellowship in Infectious Disease, I present Kathy Ann Pate Robinson. So I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Doctor of Public Health and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I now confer on those persons whose names are about to be called the degree of Doctor of Public Health and recognize their advancement in our society.
So, for the Doctor of Public Health, I present Colette Myrie. With high commendation. So I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on those persons whose names are about to be called and those who are unable to attend the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of this university and acknowledge their advancement in our society.
So, for the Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmacology, I present Peter Gay Thomas Brown. Doctor of Philosophy in Public Health, Duladel Willie Tyndale. So, for the Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry, with high commendation, Aldiam Facey.
I now call on a member of the UWI Alumni Association Jamaican chapter to lead the graduates in reciting the Alumni Pledge.
Good evening to you all. It is my distinct pleasure to invite the graduating class of 2018 to stand and recite together the UWI Alumni Pledge, which can be found on page 82 of the graduation program. While you find the page, I would like to officially welcome you to the UWI alumni family. I invite you to become engaged alumni who show Pelican pride and are involved in the life of the campus as guest speakers, supporters of sport and hall events, mentors, promoters of the university, and much more. Let us now begin to say the pledge together. As a graduate of the University of the West Indies, I commit myself to uphold the ideals and goals of my alma mater. My conduct and voice shall reflect the commitment to excellence of the light rising from the west, as I fulfill my social and professional responsibilities and serve my community and region. I will strive to ensure the UWI's place as a Caribbean icon, the catalyst for Caribbean development and leadership. It is a legacy that I will proudly help to build for future generations. The UWI, first in our hearts and first in our region. I now ask that everyone stand and join us with your melodious voices as we sing lustily the university song.
From Caribbean islands, Guyana and Belize, was born a university of the West Indies, the symbol of our oneness, for strength and unity. With visions there you came along to shape our destiny, to follow after knowledge, the truth to seek and find, to teach us love and justice, to liberate our mind. Today we see you rising, a light out of the west, that guides the feet of all who seek the noblest and the best. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and proud bearers of that light are we. So we follow those whose work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. As from your noble portals your sons and daughters go, to face a world of challenges, to conquer every foe. We'll work and play together, and as time marches on, we'll never get the lesson that behold we are one. UWI, we praise you, we lift our voice in song. We let our big drums roll out and steel fans swing ping pong. For you have shaped our lives so that we can truly say, to you we owe our gratitude that this we can repay. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and proud bearers of that light are we. So we follow those whose work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. This is our university of the West Indies.
Please be seated. This is the last graduation ceremony for the graduating season, and two of our staff, senior members of the staff, will be retiring. Miss Camille Bell Hutchinson, who has been with the university for 22 years and has served for 11 years as the campus registrar, will be leaving us soon. Miss Bell Hutchinson was the first female registrar of this university, and she has given yeoman service to the executive team here, and I know that thousands of graduates have had her support over the years. So could we give her a louder round of applause? The university registrar, Mr. Will Iton, has been at this university for half of its life. We are celebrating 70 years, and he is celebrating 35 years of being at the University of the West Indies. He is as much part of this institution as the Mona Chapel is part of this campus. He has made an enormous impact on the university. He has served under numerous vice-chancellors and previously was the registrar at St. Augustine. I would like to wish him a long, happy retirement, and that he will keep visiting us at this university and sharing his experiences with the executives here in the future. Kindly give Mr. Iton a huge round of applause. There's just one matter to deal with before we close, and that is that you did not get here by yourself. You all had a huge amount of support and encouragement from your parents, from your family, and from your friends. So if you will kindly stand up and face the rear where all your friends, your family are standing, and give them a huge round of applause. Thank you very much. This brings to a close the public ceremony by which the University of the West Indies has signaled the awards of degrees, diplomas, and certificates to its graduates. The company will now disperse, but not before permitting me to escort our guests and allowing the procession to leave. Have a wonderful life.